Y'all, we've been inspired by the lovely TikTok and all the steak eaters. All right, so I got from the butcher, which I never do, from the fresh food market. I don't really splurge this much on ribeye, but we're gonna eat. And then I got just 2 items. That's it. This. I've been seeing this a lot, the flaky salt on TikTok. I don't know if I might flake a little bit on top of it because I definitely don't want to cook with it. I don't think you cook with flaky salt now that I think about it, but we are going to cook this bad baby. I'm so excited. Ooh. And it's crazy. Dave, I think, calls me a carnivore. Because all it takes for me, let me put this phone down. All it takes for me is a steak on a cutting board. That is a meal. That's it. Technically, this could be cut into half, but we're just gonna cook the whole thing. So I already have over here. Yes, I will get a cast iron skillet at some point, and I regret not getting a cast iron skillet when I had the chance. Let me turn on this light. When I had the chance, I was at the store months ago. I was at TJ Maxx, and they had like a really good brand. I forget what it's called. And I was gonna get it, but then I was like, I don't know, I got lazy and I just didn't want to bring, it was heavy and I didn't want to bring it to the car, I think, but I should have gotten it and I regret it. Ooh, oh, this looks already delicious. Now, I don't understand people who, I never want to be like you, and I feel bad. There was this guy named Kevin, and I used to work with him, and we were talking. We used to work at Whole Foods and Starbucks together. He was like, don't be alarmed, don't get gross, because it was during our lunch. He pulls out ground beef, not steak, but ground beef, and he just starts eating it raw with maybe some salt. He seasons it and maybe put some oils in there, and I'm like, what? He's like, don't be grossed out. And I did exactly everything he said not to do. I was really grossed out. But then I see people on TikTok just eating this raw. Like they put some flaky salt and they're like, yum. I'm like, how? Like, what taste buds were you born with that I wasn't? I mean, thank you. I don't want the taste buds, but still, you know? So, ooh, this is beautiful. And I'm just gonna season it. So the seasons that I use for my steak, by the way, this is not a how-to. I just cook my steak how I cook my steak, okay? This is not a how-to. This is just me vlogging cooking steak, okay? What I use is I will use this sea salt typically. I like the little, sometimes I will use pepper, but today I'm gonna use pepper. So I use pepper. And then my only last 2 seasonings is garlic and onion powder. That's it. And honestly, I've had steaks where I've just made it with salt. So, and it tastes fine to me. So, it's not what I wanted. All right, so I'm gonna put some salt on the sides too. Okay, yeah. So I like to cook it with salt first for the first time when I put it in the pan. So I'm gonna dump it in the pan. And then for this side, I like to do less salt on this side just because I'm never confident on how much salt I actually put on the first side, and I don't like a steak too salty because I see people like drown their steaks in salt, and I'm like, I can't eat a steak if it's too salty. I technically should have started the pan a while ago. I should have turned on the heat, but oh well. I'm actually gonna watch a vlog while I'm making this steak. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so now this is the part where I like to add my pepper, my garlic, and my onions. And I only do it on one side when I add the pepper, garlic, and onions. Because I don't need that much of the seasoning. And plus and some of it falls off anyways when I flip it over. Okay, so I actually started eating and I was like, oh, wait a minute. I forgot I was filming. So we have parts like this, and there's some parts that are a little bit more rawer than some parts. But anyways, this is definitely not of how to cook your steak. I just cook it how I cook it. But because so much of the seasoning is actually off of it, I'm gonna sprinkle some flaky salt on to the steak. And voila, I'm gonna enjoy my steak. This is some good steak. Next time I shouldn't have the heat on so high because it's a very thick steak. So yo, this flaky salt does wonders with this steak. Oh, very good decision. This tastes so good. Oh, so good. And I'm having a spindrift. This is the flaky salt, by the way. It's really good.